So the first official television commercial from the No campaign has just come out. Let's have a look.
School told my son he could wear a dress next year if he felt like it.
When same-sex marriage passes as law overseas, this type of program become widespread and compulsory.
Kids in Year 7 are being asked to role play being in a same-sex relationship.
You can say no.
Authorised by S. York, Sydney.
So it's pretty clear that the No campaign isn't going to be bothered debating the actual topic at hand. This ad might seem dumb or an admission of defeat, but the No campaign knows exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it quite well. These guys aren't trying to convince me. They're trying to convince a small but important group of voters who are unsure on the issue. These voters, and well, most people, are going to be swayed on the basis of simple emotional arguments like this one. Remember, it's easy to get unsure people to vote no, and these unsure voters are going to be the ones that are going to determine the result of this plebiscite. So this group of people is what both campaigns will be focusing on. This ad is setting up the debate by putting forward a gentle, unassuming position, a position of sympathy, and mothers are perceived to be more sympathetic. Also, a caring mother doesn't seem like the typical portrait society paints of somebody against marriage equality. All this contributes to combating the idea that people who are against same-sex marriage are mean and homophobic and bigoted and angry. It lessens the stigma of the no side and makes voting no seem more acceptable to the people who are on the fence. Also, it's positioning itself as the underdog, a position of vulnerability, which is additionally attractive to those unsure voters if the Yes campaign gets a bit overzealous. You may have noticed that it doesn't mention the plebiscite at all. It doesn't need to. We all know what they're talking about. But what's clever about it is that it's letting the audience fill in the blanks. Andrew Stanton from Pixar calls this the 2+2 rule, and basically everything is more engaging and effective if the audience does the work for themselves.
Unifying theory of 2+2. Make the audience put things together. Don't give them 4, give them 2+2. The elements you provide and the order you place them in is crucial to whether you succeed or fail at engaging the audience.
All of these are very subtle things appealing to a very specific group of people trying to get them to vote no. And what this ad is saying to those people on the fence is that mothers who care for their children are voting no. And that's pretty convincing. Interestingly, the Don't Focus on Marriage, Focus on Schools is right out of the California Prop 8 campaign I talked about a few videos ago. And their most effective ad?
Some say that gay marriage doesn't have anything to do with schools.
But it has everything to do with schools.
After Massachusetts legalized gay marriage, our son came home and told us the school taught him that boys can marry other boys. He's in 2nd grade.
They then followed that up with this ad.
Mom, guess what I learned in school today?
What, sweetie?
I learned how a prince married a prince, and I can marry a princess.
Think it can happen? It's already happened.
This ad was incredibly effective, but it was offset by a very good ad from the marriage equality team, explaining that marriage equality has nothing to do with school kids.
Have you seen the TV ads for Prop 8? They're absolutely not true, says California's Superintendent of Public Schools.
Prop 8 has nothing to do with schools or kids. Our schools aren't required to teach anything about marriage, and using kids to lie about that is shameful.
Which, funnily enough, is almost exactly what the Yes campaign responded with last night.
School told my son he could wear a dress next year if he felt like it.
Over the coming weeks, we'll be hearing a lot about whether our family and friends who are gay and lesbian can get married. Sadly, some are trying to mislead us, like this ad does, by saying there'll be a negative impact, including on young people. The only young people affected by marriage equality are young gay people, who for the first time will have the same dignity as everyone else in our country. And they deserve that.
Authorised by J. Middleton, Sydney.
I think this ad is particularly good. It provides a strong emotional counterpoint to the idea put forward by the No campaign. It doesn't get caught up in specifics because that's not the battle. You know, reiterates the marriage equality message without succumbing to the storyline that the anti-same-sex marriage campaigners are putting forward. So in conclusion, neither campaign is really breaking any new ground at the moment. They're sort of going over sort of familiar territory. That's to be expected. But it does show that both campaigns know exactly what they're doing and they're quite good at what they do. So this could be quite a tough battle ahead. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. There's all the links to the videos that I talk about today or that I reference, I guess, in the description. And yeah, good luck. Thanks for watching.